Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching First Blood by Ted Kotcheff. I know Kotcheff made a couple of famous films like Fun with Dick and Jane, Uncommon Valor, and Weekend at Bernie's, but I don't believe I've watched any of his films before. About First Blood, I know it's based on a book, stars still Sylvester Stallone, and it's the first film in the Rocky franchise. I have a complicated history with this franchise since I think I watched a couple of them in the 90s while growing up. The complicated bit is since I was less than 12, I don't know which ones I watched because all I remember is Stallone shooting heavy machine guns in the jungle, which I found to be awesome at that age. All three movies are muddled into one for me, and I don't remember any of their plots or anything of significance. All I knew to expect is an action film with Stallone doing a lot of shooting. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. You will need your own copy to watch along, of course. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. First Blood, Kotcheff, Stallone, let's go. Sylvester Stallone in First Blood. Such a simple intro. I like the music. So it's set in the US and he's a soldier. Music by Jerry Goldsmith.
Can you tell me this where Delmar Barry lives?
He ain't here.
We served on the same team together in Nam.
Oh, Vietnam.
Never talked about me.
Veterans.
He died.
What?
Died last summer.
It shows him, Kotcheff is showing him to be a very lonely person. And it's almost like he's looking for company, and the only people he seems to be close with are the people he served the war with. And that's the sheriff.
You visiting somebody around here? I'll jump in. I'll make sure you're heading the right direction, huh?
You got someplace I can eat around here?
There's a diner about 30 miles up the highway.
Wow, he's not even allowing him to eat in town.
Is there any law against me getting something here?
Yeah. If you want some friendly advice, a haircut and take a bath.
What an ass. Talk about judging a book by its cover. I'd probably understand if he looked threatening at all, but he's just a dude. Nice. I think his days of taking orders are over.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Now you put your hands in the car and you spread them.
The camera work in this film is very grainy. I don't know whether that is a creative choice
Back.
or it's because of the budget and they couldn't get expensive cameras for the night or darker shots.
Just another smart-ass drifter.
Your name? Your name?
Oh man. He's having flashbacks.
Rambo. You gotta talk to me.
I love the fact that Kotcheff is keeping Rambo absolutely silent.
Down, God damn it!
What the hell is going on down here? Galt! What the fuck was that?
He's a sadist. You almost give your life for your country and you come back to this. Oh man.
We just took the hard way.
Damn, Stallone is a convincing war vet. And these action sequences are shot very well. They're keeping as much as possible in frame.
There's people down there.
Yeah, the deputy guy is a proper sadist. I always love excellent stunt work. Nice. I'm really liking these small set piece stunts. All of them have to be coordinated and they have to make sense in the editing room. So that's very well done. Stupid sheriff. Yeah, I think I've probably watched Rambo 2 or 3 or something because I don't remember any of this at all. Because I remember him fighting in a foreign war of some sort, and this is definitely just the US.
Tell him to get out here with his damn dogs right away. Or tell them to bring the Doberman.
Ooh, Dobermans.
Come on, Duke. Thunder, let's get him.
Hooch and Thunder. That's what they named the dogs. There's no way he's jumping that. The stunt work in this movie is excellent. No. Is it that easy to get shot in America? He has to jump at this point. That is not a dummy. If it were reality, he probably would have been dead. Judging by the distance. I didn't expect him to die this early. The deputy's dead. Oh no, 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 no. Now they're going to get a real response.
No, shh.
The makeup work done here is also fantastic.
It's not my fault! I don't want any more hurt! I didn't do anything! Oh!
John Rambo is a Vietnam vet. He's a Green Beret, Congressional Medal of Honor. Guy's a war hero.
He was awarded the Medal of Honor, the highest.
Now what the hell's the matter with you guys? He's one man. He's wounded.
Don't you love it when they say that in a movie? He's just one man.
There he is! Sweetheart!
It's obviously a misdirection.
Go get him! We ain't hunting him. He's hunting us.
I think that was Mitch who said that. I really like this mysterious music by Goldsmith. Even though we're being shown the cops trying to hunt Rambo, it's actually Rambo hunting them. And they're filled with fear. Oh man! That was awesome! I didn't even notice him there! Oh no, he's gonna jump from a tree. He's using guerrilla tactics, which he learned in Vietnam. I think he's non-lethally taking down everybody one by one. Spikes. How did he make that fast? The thunder and the lighting, they're really adding to the atmosphere. Holy crap!
I could have killed them all. I could have killed you. In town, you're the law. Out here, it's me.
Awesome dialogue.
The fugitive will be in custody in a matter of hours.
Nothing could be further from the truth, and they're labeling him a fugitive and already accusing him of killing the deputy.
I made him.
Who the hell are you?
I recruited him. I trained him. I commanded him in Vietnam for 3 years.
Commanding officer.
I didn't come here to rescue Rambo from you. I came here to rescue you from him. A man who's been trained to ignore pain, ignore weather. Well, Rambo was the best.
The Colonel's performance is dramatic, but I like it. I just realized Rambo might not have eaten anything since the beginning of the film, when he was in the car with the sheriff and asking for a place to eat. And I like how Kochev is bringing it around and reminding us of that.
Let him go. Do what? For now.
Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us?
You send that many, don't forget one thing.
What?
A good supply of body bags.
Maybe you can talk him into sparing all our lives by giving himself up.
What a patronizing bastard.
Cover leader calling Raven.
He immediately recognizes the voice.
Rambo, are you all right? Over.
Baker team, they're all dead, sir.
Well, you did some pushing of your own, John.
They drew first blood, not me.
That's where the name comes from. They drew first
Let me come in
blood,
and get you the hell out of there.
not me.
They drew first blood.
I just have to say, I'm really enjoying this film. I thought it would be just more action and killing and stuff, but there's a lot of heart and depth behind it, and I feel very empathetic towards Rambo and his cause. They literally called the army. Holy crap. I just noticed the difference in their helmet right now. I thought they would the regular police just in raincoats, but nope. It's the army. this never stops to just surprise me. Just he appears out of nowhere, from the grass, from on top of the tree, from underwater. Like, this is awesome. He won't do anything, it's just a boy. Even though the music is very action-oriented, they're not turning it up too much.
I don't want him dead, I want him alive.
Screw that, Clint. I ain't going up there. No way.
They might not be the army. Yeah, they're probably not the army. I was mistaken. Oh, what a beautiful explosion. He probably just went further into the mine.
All right, Nick, one more for Soldier of Fortune. I mean, you can't get a dozer up here. You're gonna have to find somebody to dig him out.
The dark shots here aren't very grainy at all, so the earlier shots must have been a creative choice, not a camera or a budget limitation.
He killed a police officer, for Christ's sake.
You're goddamn lucky he didn't kill all of you.
I don't think the film's gonna end well for the sheriff. Man, those are rats. On his back. I can't believe Stallone actually did this. Get inside a cave with like 100 rats. I could never do that, man.
I just want to apologize. I wanted to kill that kid.
Wow. For a second there, I thought they were redeeming him for a bit, but nope. I don't want to kill that kid. Again, excellent stunt work. And again, I have to mention that the music at no point is overpowering.
All right, what do you got in the back, Robert A?
M60.
An M60 machine gun. Here we go. An M60 machine gun can literally shoot through buildings.
Hey, Will, it's Rambo. He's still around.
He's not going to be happy at all. That was excellent stunt work / effects. They actually did that, man. That's the gun from the poster. We see propane in the background, so another great explosion is probably coming up. And this one is contrasted by the darkness. It pops out even more. Big fan.
Please evacuate the streets immediately.
When I talked to you earlier this afternoon, you knew he was still alive, didn't you?
You're gonna die, Diesel.
You just stay the hell out of my way.
He's just signing his own death warrant, despite repeatedly being warned by the colonel. I swear, if he just jumps out of nowhere, I'm just... Look, I'm all with Rambo and everything, but the dude is causing millions of dollars in damages. Oh my goodness, he's gonna blow something up. He's gonna blow the whole store up. Holy crap, that'll be a huge explosion, which I cannot wait for. I like how Rambo is pretty much doing psychological warfare, where as he's getting closer to his intended victim, he's causing more destruction, which is really messing with the sheriff's mind here. There's a lot of fear at play too. Near the final scene, there's absolutely no music or score being used here. And that is really, really ramping up the tension. Either he's dead or he's incapacitated. But not for a second in the entire film Rambo was shown to be weak.
Rambo, don't do it. Think about what you're doing. This mission is over, Rambo. Do you understand me?
Look at him!
you don't end this now, they're gonna kill you.
Probably on a subconscious level, I think that may be what he wants because everybody's dead from his squad.
You're the last of an elite group. Don't end it like this.
Stallone's acting here is just,
I had a friend.
it's just real. And the lighting work here is awesome too.
Like this, and I'm trying to pull him off, you know, and it's my friend that's all over me. I want to go home, Johnny. I want to drive my Chevy. I said, well, what? I can't find your fucking legs.
Man, I don't have too many words for this scene. But out of all the action, out of everything, these last 5 minutes were just amazing. Amazing. He finally shows his vulnerability in the last 5 minutes, and wow. I can see why this is a cult classic and an amazing action film. I really enjoyed it. And the end, especially the end, was really, really good. Okay, so I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was such a good film. I expected more action and less depth, and I'm happy to have been so wrong. Ted Kotcheff did a wonderful job with both the storytelling and the character work with Stallone's Rambo. The music was subtle, the explosions were great, and the pains of war were shown wonderfully. As mentioned before, the film was directed by Ted Kotcheff. He starts the film off by introducing us to a seemingly peaceful but depressed John Rambo looking for his old Vietnam War buddy. After finding out about his death, Rambo is soon confronted by the local sheriff, Will Teasel, who takes an immediate disliking to him. The sheriff is shown to be unsympathetic to war vets, seeing them as drifters, and things escalate when Rambo escapes custody and goes on the run in the surrounding woods. Kotcheff barely gives any dialogue to Rambo for the majority of the film, which was great. It was a great choice for the traumatized nature of his character. Frequent flashbacks to his days in Vietnam were edited in to show the state of his mind. The director also did a great job in antagonizing the sheriff and his deputy. Both seemed to be sadists who got off on the pain of others. For example, the unnecessary beating and harassment of Rambo while he was being booked in jail. The action sequences were also excellently shot, with Rambo employing guerrilla warfare, which he learned in Vietnam. The only person Rambo could relate to was his commanding officer from the war, Colonel Sam Trotman. The music and the practical effects in the film were great too, which we'll talk about. The camera work and general framing of the shots were very well done, although the cinematography was serviceable. I especially loved the tracking shot of Rambo running through the jungle, which must have been extremely difficult to shoot. The editing and pacing of the film were highlights too. This film was on the shorter end of the scale, but it didn't sacrifice anything for it. It was due to the excellent editing which kept everything coherent. The practical effects, like the various explosions littered throughout the film, and the makeup work on that stitching scene especially, was top-notch. The music and the score in the film was definitely there, and instead of using it subtly, the volume was significantly reduced, which really increased the impact of the overall atmosphere. Great work, as usual, by Jerry Goldsmith. Sylvester Stallone played John Rambo, the Vietnam War vet and the primary antagonist of the film. He was the standout performer of the movie for me, with a lot of subtlety and depth to his character. Although his action sequences and all, they were all more than I hoped for, what really made me connect with his character was his monologue at the end about the pain and suffering he went through, and how that feeling has not left him for a second, even though society might have forgotten about it. He was a compelling character, and even though I haven't read the book it was based on, I can safely assume that the book's version of the character was greatly respected here. Richard Crenna played Sam Trotman, Rambo's old CO and mentor. He had a smaller but pivotal role in Rambo's ultimate surrender. He repeatedly warns the ignorant sheriff of Rambo's training and capabilities, but is ignored, obviously. His performance was a little over the top, but it actually grew on me as the film went on. I would say his performance was pretty good. Brian Dennehy played Sheriff Teasel, the primary antagonist of the film. His unnecessary harassment of Rambo cost the life of his deputy and probably millions and millions of dollars of damages. I almost expected him to die in some sort of accident by the end, but he survives, which is fine by me, but I can imagine him getting reprimanded for his stupid actions later in a court of law. Dennehy's performance was stellar though. I hated him throughout, and justifiably so. The only criticism I have, or I can think of from the top of my head, is the fact that the plot was pretty implausible. In real life, things would have gone down very differently. But hey, that's why we have movies in the first place. Overall, this was a classic action film, which I'll be rewatching in the coming years over and over again. I really enjoyed it, and it's very highly recommended. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Like if you liked this video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.